Hello everyone, this is Payal Vaja. Welcome to Pharma Desert. In this video, we will discuss about Schedule M Part 2. So let's get started. First of all, in second part, Schedule M, what about production container and closure system? So all the containers and closures, it should comply with pharmacopoeial requirements and it should be suitable specifications, test methods, cleaning procedure and sterilization procedure. It should be used to assure that container closure and that are suitable and they are not reactive, additive and absorptive affect the quality of any drug product. So what about product container and closure system? So all the container enclosures that should comply with pharmacopoeial requirements and it should be suitable specifications as well as any type of test methods, cleaning procedure that is required and sterilization procedure it should be used to assure container are 100% free from any microbial contamination, enclosures that are suitable and they are not reactive with any type of product, additives or absorptive effect the quality of drug product. So for the bottles, follow the written schedule of cleaning. Second one, what about quality assurance, self-inspection and quality audit? So in that case, products that are designed and developed in a way that takes account of requirement of GMP, GLP as well as GCP. So, in quality assurance as well as self inspection and quality audit, according to their name, first one, product that are designed properly and that is developed in a way that is directly takes account of requirements of GMP, that is good manufacturing practice, GLP, that is good laboratory practice, and GCP, that is good clinical practice. So, products are designed and developed according to GMP, GLP, and GCP and adequate controls on starting materials, intermediate products, bulk products, and in process controls, calibration and validation that are carried out. So, second stage or second step, that is adequate control on any type of starting material, intermediate product, and bulk product, and any in process control as well as calibration and validation carried out at a specific time period. Finished product that is correctly processed and that is checked in accordance with established procedure. So finished product that is directly or correctly processed and that is checked in accordance with any standard procedure. Products are not released for the sale until authorized person have a certified. So products that are not released for sale until authorized person give any type of certified or give any type of permission. And last one, constitute a self-inspection team with quality audit which directly evaluate the manufacturer that is compliance with good manufacturing practice or not. Next one, what about quality control system? In quality control system, every manufacturing unit have a quality control department and that is directly supervised by approved expert staff directly responsible to the management but that are independent of other department. So according to their name, quality control system, they control a quality. So every manufacturing unit or a production area that have separate quality control department. In quality control department that is directly supervised by any approved technical staff and this type of staff that is directly responsible to management but that are independent of other departments as well as QC or quality control department. It shall control all the raw materials in process quality and control the quality and stability of finished product. So quality control department shall control all the raw materials in process quality as well as control the quality and they also maintain the stability of any finished dosage form. In quality, qualitative and quantitative requirements with acceptance limit that are mentioned like name and address of manufacturer. Second one, specimen of printed materials and storage conditions. All are mentioned. Next one, what about specification? In specification, for raw materials and packaging materials, name and code reference number that is mentioned. Second one, pharmacopoeial reference number that is mentioned. Qualitative and quantitative requirements with acceptance limit, like name and address of manufacturer as well as supplier, storage condition and specimen of printed materials. So what about specifications? In specification, particularly for raw materials as well as particularly for packaging materials, name and code reference number that is mentioned, pharmacopoeial standard or pharmacopoeial reference number is mentioned, as well as qualitative and quantitative requirements with acceptance limit. Which type of acceptance limit it should be maintained? Like name and address of manufacturer and supplier, it should be maintained. Storage condition, it should be maintained. What about master formula record? In master formula record, licensee should maintain master formula record relating to all the manufacturing procedures for each products, which should be prepared and that is signed by technical staff. So master formula record, in this record, licensee or applicant that should maintain the master formula record relating to all the steps of manufacturing procedure for each and every product, and they should be prepared and that is signed by any technical staff members. And a master formula record, it shall contain patent name with generic name, strength and dosage form. So a master formula record which should contain the patent name, as well as second one, final container, packaging materials, labels and closures to be used. So which type of final container, packaging materials and labels are used, it all should be mentioned. Identity, quantity and quality of each raw materials, it should be mentioned. Description and size of all the vessels and equipment used in this process, it should be mentioned, as well as process control instruction like mixing, drying, blending, sieving or sterilizing method. All are mentioned. And theoretical yield, it to be expected, it is also mentioned. And last one, instruction for the storage of drug substance. So all are the one type of record and all are mentioned in master formula. Next one, packaging records and batch packaging records. What about packaging records and batch packaging records? So in packaging record, what you maintain, there shall be authorized packaging instruction for each product, pack size and type, and it includes name of product as well as description of dosage form, strength and composition, as well as pack size like numbers, weight and volume. So in packaging record and batch packaging record, what type of record it should be maintained? There shall be one authorized packaging instruction that is available for each product, pack size and type. So which type of instructions that are available, which include the name of product as well as description of dosage form, strength or composition. And what about pack size? That means pack size means taking numbers, weight as well as volume. And last one, complete list of all the packaging material, it should be maintained. Next one, what about batch manufacturing record? In batch manufacturing records, licensee shall maintain batch manufacturing record as per Schedule U for each batch, and manufacturing records provide a complete account of manufacturing history of each batch, which showing that it has been manufactured, tested and analyzed in accordance with master formula. So in batch manufacturing record, first step, licensee or applicant that directly maintain the batch manufacturing record according to Schedule U for each and every batch. And second one, manufacturing record, they directly provide complete instruction or complete information about manufacturing history of each batch, and they directly showing that it has been manufactured, tested and analyzed accordance with master formula or not? Next one, what about SOPs and records? So, in SOPs and records regarding receipt of materials, any type of sampling, batch numbering, testing, and records of analysis, all should be maintained. In reference sample, it is also sent to a government analyst if that is needed. Next one, reprocessing and recovery. What about reprocessing and recovery? Reprocessing procedure, it should be authorized and it should be recorded. An investigation should be carried out into the causes for reprocessing and corrective measures should be taken for prevention of recurrence. So, what about reprocessing and recovery? So, we already discussed reprocessing procedure. It should be authorized by any person, and reprocessing procedure that is recorded. So, during investigation, it should be carried out into which type of causes that is required or which type of causes that is uh, behind reprocessing is occur, and corrective measures it should be taken to prevent the repetition of process. In distribution record, according to their name, drug distribution or dosage form distribution record, it should be maintained. So record for distribution of drug should be maintained for distribution of finished batch of drug in order to facilitate, promote and complete recall of batch if it is necessary. So in distribution record that is maintained for distribution of any drug substance. Product recall. When product that is recalled, in that case, whenever record of complaint and adverse reaction that is occur during that case, products that are recalled from market. So, record of complaint and adverse reaction, in that case, report of serious adverse reactions resulting from use of drugs with comments shall be informed to the concerned licensing authority. So, product that are recalled, particularly in case of recording of any complaints and adverse reaction. So, what about complaints and adverse reaction? So, report of any serious adverse reaction that is directly effect of any drug substance, and any type of this type of adverse drug reaction that is directly informed to a licensing authority. Next one, what about site master file? So site master file, it shall contain general information of it shall contain general information of firm, as well as firm, that means one type of businessman, as well as it shall also contain manufacturing activities, type of product license, number of employees, use of outside scientific, analytical or other technical assistance, and quality management system. So all are the part of site master file, as well as they also contain personal premises and equipments, sanitization, documentation, etc. That is all about part 1, that is general requirement for premises. Second one, part 2, that is requirement for plant and equipment. So in that case, first one, what is a type of manufacturing? If you are manufactured the semi-solid preparations like ointment and emulsion, so how much area that is required? That is around 30 meter square plus 10 meter square area that is required for ancillary. And which type of equipment it should be used for semi-solid preparation? So mixing tank, kettles, any storage tank, otherwise colloidal mill, triple roller mill, as well as a jar or a tube filling equipment, all are used. Second one, what about oral liquid? If you are preparing syrup, elixir or any solution, so in that case 30 meter square area for basic installation that is required, in plus 10 meter square that is required for ancillary. And which type of equipment that is required? So mixing and storage tank that is required, portable mixture, filter press, vacuum or gravity filter, as well as water steel or bottle cleaning or drying, as well as last one, clarity testing, inspection, table, all are required. That is all about part 2, requirements for plant and equipment based on dosage form. If any query or doubts related to topic, please write your question in comment box. Thank you.